The Dan Townley Breakfast Show. Weekdays 8 till 10 on Six Towns Radio.
That it is the Dan Townley Breakfast Show. It's the 20th of September 2017, and joining me on the other end of the phone right now is Lucy Spraggan. Good morning, Lucy.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I said just before we came in, I'm so sorry for getting you up this early. And you're like, nah, this isn't early. This is fine.
It isn't. I mean, 9 o'clock's not too bad. It's the 6 o'clock ones that are like, whoa.
I'll remember that next time, not to go for the 6 o'clock one. Always go for 9. It'll be much easier. Lucy, you're kind of. We'll go straight into about the tour because you're touring a lot right now. You had a show last night and you've got a show tonight as well?
Yeah. I'm always. I actually think I'm always touring. I'm not sure when I have time off, but. Yeah, I think we're 5 dates into a 30-date tour right now. But then I was touring back in March as well, and I just feel like I've been on the road for forever.
Living out of a suitcase.
Yeah, but at least I've got my dog with me. He comes touring with us, so he makes it a lot better.
I was going to say, do you take certain things on tour? But taking a dog, I think that's the first time I've ever heard anybody taking a dog on tour. That's great. Your dog's seen the UK as well as you. That's amazing.
He definitely has. It was weird going to Europe because he doesn't have a passport yet, so he didn't come with us. Oh. So it was a lonely time.
You have to FaceTime the dog. So he can join you. That's how it would work. You just FaceTime, it'd be
Absolutely.
Fine. How is touring going? So you just say you're five dates into the 30-date tour. And it does seem, I was looking online, and it seems like it's every night. Like you don't give yourself a break.
I do have a few nights off. I have I think the most I play in succession is 4 nights, which is actually, it's quite a lot, but I really enjoy it. So it doesn't affect me too much in that sense. And I'd always rather be doing something.
I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Like if you are doing something, you're like, yeah, it's still fine. Don't worry. I guess when you're not gigging, you're like, I just want to perform. Do you find yourself just picking up a guitar and performing to your dog? You're just like, I'll sing you a song.
You know what? No, I think because I tour so much now, I'm like, I used to just jump up at a party or whatever and play years ago. But now I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. I can't be bothered because
if you want to see, I'm on tour.
So much.
That's how it be.
And I never get invited to weddings anymore properly. They always say, "Oh, do you want to come to my wedding?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that'd be lovely." And then they're like, "Can you bring your guitar?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not coming."
I like how that was a thing. Like, you can come to the wedding as long as you perform. That's like you're in.
I know, exactly. I don't have any real friends anymore.
That's so cheeky. You're coming to Stoke on Trent on your tour, the 25th of September. So 5 days away, you'll be performing at the Sugar Mill in Hanley. You've been to Stoke before, so you obviously enjoyed it because it's back on your tour list.
Yeah, I like coming to Stoke because I grew up in Buxton and Derbyshire, so I always came across to Stoke to do my shopping, get some oatcakes.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to it, actually. It's always a really fun crowd. I find that part of the UK to be a very excitable audience, so I'm well excited for it.
I think you mentioned before, it's the oatcakes that do it. We're just constantly excited.
Well, mainly, yeah.
Constantly excited, and then when you get an artist that you love listening to, you're like, yes, these two things together are amazing. And then hearing people hearing you say you have oatcakes, that will change the dynamic now. That's what people are going to be bringing.
I've been on a diet for a long time, so now I'm going to get there and I'm just going to ruin things. I'm going to ruin it with the oatcake.
Go on like a pub crawl, but instead of a pub, you go to every oatcake shop. That's what it is. That's what you need to do.
That sounds pretty good.
So let's talk a bit about the X Factor. Let's go back in time. So 5 years ago, you kind of you on everybody's television screens on a Saturday night on the X Factor where you did the audition. You kind of set a precedent back then. You performed your own songs in the audition and in the boot camp, which wasn't really the done thing at the time. You set that benchmark for everyone.
I only ever wanted to go on to do my own stuff because, as an artist, I don't do covers. I do my own songs, so I didn't feel like it would be beneficial for me or for anyone really for me to just do covers. And the reason I sort of went on the show is because I was speaking to label at the time. I had them for a long time. I'd been playing shows for a very long time, and they were saying, you need to lose weight or change your surname. They wanted me to be called Lucy Diamond.
Wow.
I know, I don't really suit that though. It's a bit glittery for me, that name. But so I just decided that I'd go on there, and like, if I thought initially I'd get a few more likes on my Facebook page, and that would be it. And then I was like, oh, it went slightly different.
It kind of exploded.
It was all about. Yeah, it was pretty mad. It was pretty mad. I ended up being the most Googled person that year, and my audition was the third most watched video in the whole world, which is quite strange.
Do you ever kind of think back to that time? Because obviously your career's moved on. You've released obviously albums after that, all in the top 20. It's moved on from the audition aspect of the X Factor. But do you ever just sit back and go, that was crazy? Like I just wanted to just get a few, like you said, a few likes on Facebook. You wanted to improve it that way, and you're out of it now. You're touring around the UK. Did you ever just sit back and go, wow, what's going on?
Well, I do with regards to touring and that. We tour across the world. It's absolutely crazy to like you say, be able to. It's crazy to just do music as a job, and we sold over 22,000 tickets just for headline shows this year, just in the UK.
Wow. So,
like, to be able to know that 22,000 people across the UK have come out to watch shows, for me, that's the craziest part of it all, because there's a lot of musicians out there who are desperate to do it full time and that don't get to, so I don't take it for granted.
People, obviously, the music is a huge part for people coming out, but it's also you as well. A lot of people see you as as a hero, as somebody to look up to. Would you get people coming up to you? I'm guessing you do, with like the story that you've kind of led through the X Factor and up to now. Do you get people coming up to you, and is that a weird thing to kind of take on board the first couple of times that happens?
It was back 5 years ago. It was very, very strange, and sort of life doesn't really adjust back to normal after like a stranger knows your name. It was like whoa at the time, and now it's kind of just normal life, because I mean the X Factor, especially 5 years ago, is such an integral part of our culture. I think, like, you know, regardless if you hate it or you love it, you still sort of, I mean, back then you still sort of knew who was on it or what have you. And yeah, it was just really, it was strange at the time, really strange, as you can imagine, but it's really nice now. It's nice to have people come over and say they enjoy my music, or that. I think there's two types of people, X Factor viewers from back then. They'd either go, oh, Lucy, beer fair, or they'd go, oh, I love tea and toast. Two very different types of people.
Two very different types of song as well. But that's kind of testament to how you write songs as well. It's a very storytelling way of writing music. You sang Be a Fear for your audition, and as you said, Tea and Toast in the boot camp. So those are the two things that people will know about you. Obviously, it's two very different. When you come to write a song, what is the process that you go through? Do you think about a life, there's something that's happened to you in your life? Do you just sit there and inspiration comes, or is it a gradual process for you?
I kind of just write things down in my notes on my phone, and I just write whatever, really. If someone inspires me, I just write whatever it is down. Or like, I've written a song recently about moving house with your other half and how it can be really stressful, and that's because we moved house and we've been renovating our house. So basically anything that happens, I just think, oh, that would be nice to write about. I bought a camper van from Leek actually recently, so I think I'll be I'll be doing songs about my camper van soon.
As long as you can fit in the Leek, and I mean maybe just make it up that you drove through Stoke, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
That those two things would be included in a song. I would absolutely.
Yeah,
or oatcakes. Sure. I think that's what we need.
Yeah, it was oatcake.
We haven't got an oatcake national anthem. However, I think, if anybody's to write it, Lucy, I think it's you. I think that's what we need.
Well, I'll take some time. I'll take some time on the tour to focus on the oatcake song. I mean,
I would appreciate that tenfold. Please do that. I like that you use your phone to write the songs as well. That's like very 21st century.
I feel like, yeah, exactly. I feel like everybody does that now.
I do this. I do something similar for when I'm when you hear things for the show. I could talk about it on the breakfast show tomorrow morning. My notes are just full of like one word. So when I look back the next day, I'm like, I've got absolutely no idea what this means. So I'm guessing you're a bit more in depth.
Had a beer, I imagine.
Yes, you're like, this sounds great. I don't know, it's not even spelt properly. You talked about Beer Fear a bit earlier. Obviously, that is the song which I think I played it a lot of times, and I still do on this show. I'm like, I've got to play this because I feel like this morning. Life's moved on a bit for you now. You're married. As you said, you've bought a house, you're renovating. Do you still look at Beer Fear and go, yeah, that still happens? Or is it a completely different Lucy now?
No, that probably still happens. But with regards to the song, every time I hear it, I'm a bit like, oh, you know, when you've heard a song about 9 million times, and like I still play it at my shows when I'm touring, but like for me, it's definitely lost the magic.
It's like, I don't like this anymore, but I'm gonna have to play it because everybody else does.
I still quite enjoy playing Tea and Toaster, so yeah.
It's good that you like that you can play at least one of those songs from the X Factor. That you like. It's just the beer face. People ask that for all the time. I think that's one of the bit like when I said I was going to interview you and I put it up on social media. Everyone's messaging going, "Oh, can you get her to come play Beer Fair?" I'm like, no, that's not a thing. I can't just go, "Hey Lucy, I know you like oatcakes."
I'll be playing it on the 25th, guys.
There we go. That's well-rounded. I like that professionalism. It's perfect. Brilliant. So you have as you said, you are on tour. As you said, people can get tickets the 25th of September from the Sugar Mill. All the rest of the dates are on the website as well. So if people are listening and not directly from Stoke, it's all on your website. It's lucyspraggan.com, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed, and hopefully I shall see some of you guys there.
I'm sure you will. Before you go, do you have any tour rituals that you do? So obviously you take your dog on tour. Do you have anything else that you do each time you go to a new city or a new town?
I like to have a look and see if there's anything, you know, a landmark, a famous landmark that I can go and see and learn a little bit about the town. I used to, also I can't play if I have anything in my pockets. That's like my pre-show ritual. I have to take every single thing out of my pockets or else the show will go really badly.
You just can't have anything, not even your phone, nothing?
No, nothing, absolutely nothing in my pockets. It can't happen.
I like that.
I know.
That is a ritual. That is like absolutely nothing. Not even fluff.
Strange, isn't it?
Nothing on there. Do you have any advice for people who are looking to start their career in music? Obviously, you mentioned you decided to go onto the X Factor. Do you have any advice from your side, who you're performing week in, week out?
I'd just say keep performing and stay confident. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not good, and just persevere, because perseverance is absolutely key in this industry.
Spot on. Lucy, thank you very much for chatting to us this morning. You can get more...
Thanks very much.
No, thank you. You've woken up, even though you said it's not early. It's dead early. You can find more information on the tour. Go to lucyspraggan.com. All the tour dates are on there. And Lucy's stopping off in Stoke, the Sugar Mill in Hanley, on the 25th of September. Lucy Spraggan, thank you very much.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.
You're listening to the Dan Townley Breakfast Show on Six Towns Radio.